Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Darren, and on this channel I talk about food, travel, and lifestyle. If this is your first time, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notifications. Today I'm going to be taking you along with me to the biggest food festival in the whole of BC, and it's called the Surrey Fusion Festival. So this is a festival that occurs every year during the summertime, and it's a food festival. It's all about tasting different cuisines from all around the world. It's a family affair, right? There are different stages, there are different activities, and it's just a place you come in with your family to have fun. And you can see what the different stages look like and the map of the whole area. Usually this festival takes place in Holland Park, and Holland Park is in downtown Surrey near the King George station. And this is us entering into the park. It's a very large park, and there's a lot of people here. A lot of people. Like I told you, it's the biggest food festival in the whole of BC. So by all means, you're going to find a lot of tourist people coming. You're going to find a lot of locals attending as well. And it's just a fun place to be in. And if you notice as well that we have lots of organizations, small businesses, large businesses having different tents around the park, and sometimes it's all about different stages, and you can see that this is another stage, and you have a little bit of guitar something going on over there, but nothing too fancy. And if you walk around, like I said, there are different tents and different businesses advertising their goods, advertising their services. And it's just a place for you to showcase what you have within the community so that people can get to know your business and they can get to know you personally. And there's also some raffle draw going on. I'm going to allow you to listen to this music. Also, if you're an aspiring musician, it's actually the best place for you to come and showcase your talent. I want to shout out to these folks here. So they're giving free drinks, Nimbies, and I think it's a partnership with 7-Up. And I kid you not, it was really refreshing because it was a hot day. So it was definitely refreshing that you could get free cups of drinks without necessarily purchasing anything. And this is one of the stages as well. That's the celebration stage, and you can see the view of everything around the stage. And I'm just gonna allow you to listen to something here as well. So the event actually occurs over the weekend. So it's actually 2 days. So on Saturdays and Sundays, every year you have this event, and there are different artists performing on each of those days. So if you have a particular artist in mind, then check out the event agenda to know when to come. Usually we prefer to go sometime in the evening because it's always so hot and you don't want to be in the hot sun. And then also some other families actually have their picnics as well. So this is one of the food stand. This is the Palestine food stand, and you can see them grilling chicken. So each country has their own food stand, and the idea is for each of those countries to showcase their cuisine. And you can see that cultural pavilions are cashless. You don't pay cash. You have to use either your debit or your credit card for this. And this is the Canadian pavilion. There's no food being sold here because we are in Canada. And this is the Zimbabwe pavilion, and you can see the different dishes that they have. They have plantains, expected of an African country. They have goat curry combo, like $20, $18. Most of the food here range from like $5 to $25 thereabouts. And you also have different people lining up to taste the food from different cuisine. And this is some of the food that this particular country is, I think it's Austria, is selling at the event today. So each of those tents you're seeing here belongs to a particular country. So you have the Australia tent there, and you have the Ugandan tent there, and then you have people going from one tent to the other to buy their food because they want to taste a food from different world. And you have the Ghanaian tent here. Funny enough, this tent was actually tapping, it was bobbing, bubbling. They had people come in. So we have the Ghanaian tent. You can see the kente material that is synonymous with Ghana on display here. And so we just move from one tent to the other and just explore some of the different cuisines. You can see that this is like fried rice, chicken kebab, and that's the China tent. So if you're keen about Chinese food, so you just come to this tent and you purchase something from them. And that's actually another, I think that's the Korean tent as well, Taiwan tents as well. So they have like 3 different rows of tents. So you can just imagine the number of countries being represented today. So if you're someone like me that loves to taste food from around the world, this is actually the best place for you to visit, because you come here and you have the opportunity. You don't have to travel to really get the food. You just come here and you eat the food from different part of the world. This Colombia tent is always popping every year because they have lovely fruits. If you've been to Colombia, you know anything about Colombia, you know that they are very good when it comes to juices, pina colada, those types of drinks. So you always have a long lineup here because of that. And they're very known for that when it comes to the Surrey Fusion Festival. Because they also, serve their drinks in the fruit itself. So if you're having like a pineapple drink, then you're going to be served in the pineapple, the normal tropical look for drinks. And then you also have, different lineups in different places. So once if you're going to this Surrey Fusion Festival, if you want to know which of the tents, would be to go for you, then you would want to try to see the lineups. So the lineups gives you an instance of how good. This is the Jordanian tent, and you can see that they have it's designed like in the Jordanian style, and they have their kebabs going. I'm going to come and buy something here. I want to get the Jordanian grill platter, and I'll show you what it looks like when I purchase it. So there are different things here. There's actually a store which is called Fruticana. I think we're giving free watermelon at a particular point, but I think they stopped now. And then you have, different types of food here at this particular tent, and you can see what the food looks like. I always like it when people display their food, so it gives you an idea of what to expect, not that it's blind and then when you buy it, it's not what is being shown, just like what happened to me on their flyer. You have the Afghanistan tent as well. Like I said, different countries are represented. So if you've ever wanted to eat food from a particular country, they just come to the Surrey Fusion Festival and see it. And that's the Nigerian tent. It was kind of dry. I don't know. I was expecting it to be much more bubbling with music jamming and all that. But then, it was a little bit dry. They had the usual things going on. You can see Una welcome, just normal popular Nigerian slang there. And so they have the tent where they sell the wares, and then they have the tent for the food. And this is the cateral. I think it's called Lagos Cateral, something fun like that. And you have this other tent. They have the wheel cakes. You can see how they are preparing it. So I also like that, and this is the Taiwan tent. I like that, you show people how you're preparing the food they're about to buy. I always like that visual representation. So, yeah, I love what Taiwan is doing because it gives people confidence in that they're buying fresh food. And this is another kebab going on here. And I think one of the popular food like steaks, kebab, grills was actually tapping here. So they have different types of countries grilling either chicken, beef, kebab. Yeah, the grills are actually very popular. So if you ever find that, that's the Kenyan tent. So they were grilling things. And this is Japan. Are you familiar with the Japa dog? This is their tent, and obviously they're selling Japa dog here. And you have, I love this costume. Like I said, it was very hot, so you have these big fans fanning people. People that are very hot come in front of it to cool down, and yeah, it keeps them refreshed, keeps them from sweaty, but it's still hot. But it's really nice. You can see that the crowd is actually much. I wonder how many people come. I'm gonna leave. Let's hear what the Ghanaian tent is doing. They're dancing here, so let's see. So I like what the Ghanaian folks did, kind of entertain people to draw them in so that they can buy from you. I love that. And I was expecting that from, Nigeria. Maybe they did it the following day, but maybe they did it on the Saturday, but it's not. It wasn't done here. So this is Belgium, and if you know anything about Belgium, they have great taste in chocolates, and you can see that they have a chocolate fountain, and it's like bringing their country to the world. And so we still have a lot of tents. We have the Palestine tents. Over there, you have different countries' tents. Just we're moving from one tent to the other, 1 minute, one food at a time. And yeah, it's definitely lovely. One thing I like about this place is that there's security, right? So you have the Surrey police force around, and you have some other security agencies. And like I said, the crowd is so much that it's important that the place is well secured. And I think they did an amazing job ensuring security. Yeah. So let's hear what they're doing here as well. And yeah, let's see. And that was from the Nepal stand. And this Germany stand is actually always also popular. They have this pork dish that's, it's kind of a favorite amongst a lot of people. So the lineups is always very long. And you can see that's the roasted pork holes. And you can see them grilling it. So they come every year with this. And it's always fascinating, to see them cook this. And yeah, so it's like a slow roast thing going on there. And, It's, yeah, I wasn't really, I'm not really a fan of pork, but I had someone from my party take this and they were not really impressed. It was kind of bony. So just as an FYI, you might get the bone portion of of this meal. It wasn't meaty at all. And this is a closer look of how the slow roast is going on. And you can see that that is more grilled than the other stand. And like I said, the lineup is always long for this. And this is the Croatia stand, and they're singing as well. So I'm going to allow you to enjoy this as well. Okay, that was fun. If you didn't know, Croatia is very known for soccer as well. So you can see some of the soccer fans there. And this, like I said, is a Palestinian. And you can see that they have dressed in their robes and they have like a tent and they have someone doing henna as well here. So like I said, it's just like a cultural food festival. So if you're passionate about henna, this is the best place for you to come get it. And you can see this lady is being tattooed. And you have the Niger here. However, the person that is manning this stand is actually Nigerian. And you can see some of the food. You notice that some of the cuisines are actually Nigerian because it's actually Nigerian that is manning the Niger stand. Perhaps there's nobody from Niger. And you have several grills here as well. You have like the squid grill, the chicken grill. Like I said, it's a food festival, so there's so much to eat and so much to order. If you come in here, just make sure you come with all your money because you're gonna be spending and buying and eating. And if you don't have any control, and this is actually the Vietnamese stand. Like I said, they have some grills here, and this is that German food that we bought. The one that had the long lineup. This is what it looks like. And see that the portion is kind of small. This is roughly about $16, and you have that pork and some, pickled salad, and that's it. And so you have another section within the park, which is strictly for folks drinking alcohol, and it's known as the beer garden. And there's the music going on at that stage here because you see a lot of crowd, and that's the main stage over there. So I'm going to allow you to listen to some of the music there. So that's a closer look at that German food. And like I said, the portion is small. And we also ordered chicken wings from the Palestinian stand. We ordered butter chicken and rice from the Indian stand. And I'll tell you that maybe out of all the food we ordered, this actually gives you the best value for money. And you have on your way to the kids play place, you have some teepees, which is known for like indigenous cultures here, and it's really a neat one. If you've never been to a teepee or never seen a teepee before, this is definitely here. And I'm going to be going inside one just to see what it looks like. And if you go straight down, you have the fun zone, and you have some kids activities going on here. I'm going to allow you to listen as well.
That's it. Very good, very good. One more time with music, please.
So this is what the inside of that teepee looks like. It's actually a cool area. So because it's kind of sunny, if you come in here, you're going to feel, cool. And we had some folks come in there with their partners and just chill, some kids playing in there. And this gives you like some timeline of residential school just to encourage some indigenous cultural learning. And like I said, this is the Jordanian place. I bought that grill platter. You can see how it looks, and I will show you how it looks when I bought it. So it's $25 for that platter. I was really expecting it to look exactly as what I saw in that picture, and I'm just gonna wait for my order. Well, the good thing about the food though is that I enjoyed the grills. So they had the chicken grill. For that platter, you had their rice actually was sold out. So you had like two. You see what it looks like? Is it the same thing as what was in that picture? Nah, yeah. So it's rice, some 2 pieces of meat kebab, and 1 chicken kebab. And we are now on the indigenous stage, and I'm going to allow you to listen to some indigenous music. So like I said, there are different stages. Like that was just the indigenous music stage, and it was really nice. And you have this, tree shade on your way to the fun zone, where you can just relax. It's like a picnic area for family. Just go under the tree and have fun. And this is the way to the fun zone. Within the fun zone, you have different rides for kids. Lot of, bouncy castles. Different types of bouncy castles here, but you have to purchase tickets. So you have that ticket stand over there to purchase your tickets. Most of the rides are about maybe 3 tickets per ride, and I think the tickets, maybe like 20 tickets cost like $30 if I can remember correctly. And you have this mobile homes as well on display. And now we are going to the main stage. So the main stage and the highlight of the night, this is roughly around like 8 o'clock now, and this is the main performance for today. It's actually an Indian lady that is performing, and you can see a lot of people listening to her. And I'm going to allow you to listen to this while we sign off from the Fusion Festival. I hope you really enjoyed yourself, and till we meet again, let me know. Put a comments if you attended, and if you would like to attend. Let's listen to the music now. Bye.
ਨਹੀਂ, ਡੋਂਟ ਵਰੀ। ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੱਸੋ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ, ਜੰਮਦਾ ਹੀਰੋ ਭਗਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਵਰਗਾ, ਸ਼ੇਰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਰਣਜੀਤ ਕਿੰਗ ਵਰਗਾ।